A common mistake that a lot of people make when it comes to relationships is going to people outside of the relationship to seek advice about what to do about issues inside of their relationship. Because the only two people that really knows all the ins and outs details as to what's going on in those issues in that relationship is you and your partner. So every time you go to that person outside your relationship, it's an skewed perspective you're getting from them and all sorts of things, right? And then they're speaking from their own personal opinions and all these things when really you can only solve the issues with your partner. And you weaken your muscle to work through the issues with your partner because you're spending too much time building the muscle of venting and complaining to people outside of your relationship. But what people don't realize is simultaneously, while you're going to talk to these people outside your relationship, every time you do it and it becomes this pattern, you're slowly but surely tearing down a sense of trust in your own relationship, because eventually it comes full circle around to your partner, right? They come to learn you're talking to your friends or, your family members or whoever about you guys' relationship, because they're like, we still have these issues we're dealing with and you're not talking to me about them. You must be talking to someone. And then maybe you come back with new perspectives all of a sudden and random questions you asked them that you weren't asking before, to where it starts giving this clear understanding that you're talking to everybody else but them about the issues. But also what's happening in there is they're realizing you're divulging intimate information about them in their relation with you to someone that's not in a relationship. You're starting to tear away their sense of certainty to feel reassured and solid that they can trust in you to maybe protect their privacy. And then what else happens? They start realizing you're talking about them behind their back in some way, right? Whatever's being said, they know that you're probably not going and painting this picture that you have all these faults and flaws too. They probably think you're running them into the dirt. And especially it becomes obvious whenever maybe they're around those friends and family members that you have, and those people start treating them weird, right? Start treating them in an awkward way, like they have an issue with them and they've never had any sort of a conflict conversation with them at all. And all it does is start to tear away at your partner's ability to trust you. They start looking at you more as an opponent, right? More as this person you have to navigate. And now they become more defensive about what kind of information they share with you or the things they do talk to you about, because it may get back to someone else outside the relationship that they have to see. And then what happens? Eventually, maybe they start to confide in someone outside the relationship because they want to talk about it too. They want to get out their chest too. They want to talk through it as well. And if they can't talk through it with you and they feel you've chosen a side, right, of who your team, your support system is, and they're left to an island by themselves, then they go get their support system. And it starts to implode the foundation of trust from the inside out, till eventually neither of you feels confident and reassured in the other person. So if an issue in your relationship is trust, you're not helping to reinforce it by going outside of your relationship. You're actually doing the counterproductive thing and taking away from that foundation of trust. So if you want to rebuild that trust or whatever issue you guys are dealing with, you want to be able to work through it best, stop going to outside sources and build the muscle to sit in the fire with your partner and work through your differences. By doing that, you reinforce to your partner that you're willing to stick it out and go through the battle with them to figure it out together because you care about them. And you show yourself that you have the ability, the bandwidth to learn and figure out how to work through those differences. And you're really deepening your sense of trust for your relationship because you and your partner both are reassured that when we're going through the most difficult times, we band together to figure it out. If you need help learning how to work through conflict with your partner and not going outside your relationship so you can really further your foundation of trust, either email me or DM me coaching and we will get to work if you're ready to put the work in. Let's get it.